Radiant team ban.
Man, I love the music that I've got rolling in the background on the splash screen. It's like the Heroes Within music, it's like Music Pack, I think it's called. Some of the songs in there are like so hype.
I don't know if I have that one.
It's like open use. I think it's like it's unlicensed, so like your Twitch won't get muted if you play it.
Remaining.
So it's like my go-to.
I see.
5 seconds remaining.
Lich and Necro out again.
Radiant
thank
team
goodness.
ban.
Monkey King.
Monkey King. Not surprised. Not surprised.
Not surprised. I like Monkey King though. I think he's a really cool hero. I think he gets a lot of undeserved hate, and like as a hero, I think he brings in a lot of unique concepts that are really cool, and he's fun to watch. Same with Spirit Breaker.
Like his tree jumping is almost like a pseudo invis.
Yeah, like it's mobility combined with invis, and it's initiation as well. I think it's a really cool ability. And the way that his kit synergizes is also great. And Night Stalker. I don't think we saw a ban of Night Stalker last game.
No, we didn't. Not a pick, not a ban. I love this hero.
I think Vision is just so strong, which is why you see heroes like this being picked. And
there's the chance. The chance Lycan. They're getting it in before it gets banned. Very confident, grabbing that nice and early.
Oh, I love Earthshaker. Someone got mad at me for picking Earthshaker the other day. They said Earthshaker picker, and I said, when did Earthshaker get so good that it became bad? I thought everybody liked Earthshaker, even when he was.
I think that they do. It's like I think the reason that people are okay with it is because none of what he does without items.
Yeah.
Like Fisher is a bit of a nuisance if you can hit a good one, but like he doesn't get game-winning Echo Slams without Blink.
He also doesn't get game-winning Echo Slams without you being bad.
This is true.
So I think very, very, like, every time you play against me, like, okay, I know how to fix this, I'm just going to spread out. Easy done. Fine. So I don't mind Earthshaker a lot. A lot of people hate the hero. But no, I think my number one hate is Necro. Even though I don't find Necro to be that broken. He's just annoying. I think most of the time what you see against Necros is that people fail to get proper picks or itemize properly. And that's what allows them to get out of control. Whereas if you pick up something like a Zeus or a Pugna, even with a hood, Necro gets real squishy real quick.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna get rid of the AA. The AA I didn't feel much of the impact from Ice Bomb.
Neither did I. I wonder if Mint are happy to see that go. I don't remember seeing any huge game-changing Ice Blasts.
No. I don't think they just seem to be off the mark. And I don't think Ice Blast that game was very game-winning either.
No, because they had all that magic resistance.
Radiant team.
Yeah, exactly. And they didn't necessarily have a lot of regen. Sven, Disruptor, and Death
you're a
Prophet.
Doom.
Death Prophet. I think Death Prophet's more frustrating than anyone. Or more than Necro, rather. She is just. Ooh. Spirit Siphon, get me out of here. She's the original OS Frog.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, that's when the OS Frog spam started.
Was it? When was that?
Yeah. I remember that was the first time. That's the first time I saw it. Like, that's when they started saying, "Oh yeah," they started memeing about Death Prophet just being absolutely broken. That was when
it was pure damage. I'm sure it's out. It's been out longer than that. I'm gonna look up the meme now.
When it was pure damage and when it did more damage and gave vision and like, when it had like 4 charges at level 1, probably. I don't know. I can't remember. It was so broken. They're going to pick up the Rubik again. They really liked this last game. I think it worked out well for them. And I think it synergizes exceptionally well with Night.
Oh, I like this. I love this, in fact. Like, that's the answer to Lycan, isn't it?
Yeah, if you get
just
a good
have him blow up his own team.
Yep. His summons kill him, or you can get him to kill
10 seconds
an ally. The trouble with Curse is like, it's so easy to misclick, and it's so easy to mistime it, and then it doesn't do much at all. And Lycan can get pretty tanky, so I don't know the chances of getting Lycan to be killed by his own summons.
Yeah, I would just be. I wouldn't be so interested in
Dire team pick.
Killing the Lycan so much as maybe having Lycan kill the Doom.
Bloodseeker.
And there's the Bloodseeker. Yes, yes, I wanted the Bloodseeker last game, and I've got it this one.
I'm still surprised that they first picked the Venom. That seemed really weak last game, especially since they know that they're very
10
happy to lane
seconds
the Lycan
remaining.
up against that. And this is going to be the exact same lane. If we're assuming that it's an
5
Earthshaker roam,
seconds remaining.
it's going to be a Veno up
that's
against a
okay.
Dire
Lycan and a
team
Rubik.
ban.
Because I basically assume 100% of the time that teams are leaving their 5th pick for mid. Like, it's very stable. I think it's one of the most stable parts of the draft at the moment.
I would agree with that.
Viper banned. Yeah, nobody ever wants to play against Viper. My default bans in
10
ranked
seconds
are
remaining.
Anti-Mage and Bloodseeker. Anti-Mage
5
because
seconds
he's
remaining.
slow and people just play a solo game with him, and the timing is really slow for a meta that is somewhat fast. And
Dire
Bloodseeker
team
just
pick.
because people don't know how to play against Bloodseeker. Gonna ban Invoker. We haven't seen Invoker.
No, we haven't. What setup do they really have for it, though?
It doesn't feel like that it's exceptionally good here, but it's they don't necessarily. Invoker doesn't need a lineup
10
that suits him.
seconds
He just
remaining.
needs space.
I guess they've got the space creating heroes for it.
5
Yeah,
seconds
they've got a Rubik
remaining.
and a Night Stalker that can give them a lot of room for this Invoker.
Even
Lycan and
Lycan
Doom
is not too
Radiant
much of a
necessarily
farm heavy
take
hero.
up. Lycan and Doom don't take up much of the map in farm, so you can really afford to get a greedier mid. And I think greedier
Can we go
mids
the
are
Tinker
like,
again?
yeah, I'm not sure about the Tinker.
Yeah, into a Night Stalker.
This time
Like-
I prefer it a little bit because
There's not a
Earthshaker and
spirit
Winter
breaker.
10
Wyvern,
seconds remaining.
they're going to be in the mid lane, hopefully. Last time they had an
5
an
seconds
AA,
remaining.
which is a very passive support, and a Sand King. Sand King didn't do that much mid. I think they need to... If you're going to pick Tinker, you need to give him room to succeed. You can't just leave him alone, unless it's a really easy lane. And a Bloodseeker against a Doom? I don't know, I'd say it's almost... Would you say it's a better matchup against the Doom than a Weaver? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
because he
think
can
so.
heal himself.
Yeah.
Like, he can go... Like, Doom can go max Infernal Blade if he wants, but at the end of the day, he's just going to right-click a couple of creeps and he'll be back on full HP.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
can be,
rougher
it can be really
for...
troublesome when like he zones you out completely though, and then you get so low that you really come back into the lane. But
Yeah, that's rough. But that's what you... Like, you've got a Winter Wyvern there for backup as well. Like, you're not alone.
yeah.
And
But I
they can
guess-
very easily... I feel like they can very easily kill this Doom. Like, a couple of heroes get low HP, suddenly, you know, Winter Wyvern is queuing you down, and Bloodseeker's just moving at 1,000 units a second, and Doom is getting run down underneath his tier 1 at 5 minutes, you know?
Yeah, you could almost consider swapping the lanes around and running a more an aggro tri-lane against the Bloodseeker.
Storm
Choose
Spirit.
your hero.
Storm Spirit. I think Storm Spirit's
That's
really good here.
gonna shit on Tinker
Yeah.
once it gets awkward.
Well, I mean, what do they have for Storm? They've got Curse, Echo, and Bloodright. I really like Earthshaker against Storm because you can just insta-gib him because Echo is instant, but you need Blink first.
This is true. You even need some sort of maneuverability on the Bloodseeker. Sorry, on the Winter Wyvern.
Yeah. They don't
Like,
necessarily have a lot of... besides the Tinker, there's not a huge amount of burst either.
I don't know. Earthshaker's pretty bursty.
Yeah, Earthshaker and Tinker, yeah. But then again,
Is it
you
enough?
gotta remember they're against a Rubik and a Doom, and they got Pipe and...
Prepare for battle.
They got Pipe and Nullfield. My game is like... bugged. Oh my goodness.
That's
Alright,
rough.
I need to disconnect and reconnect.
Huzzah!
Have fun. Have fun with that. And
Uh,
meanwhile, I'm
It's
gonna
gonna be like
introduce
instant. Look,
It's back
What?
already.
what? It's black. It's finished. It says it's finished loading, but it hasn't. There we go. Okay, it's still broken.
Is it like
I'm
zoomed
gonna
in?
reboot my Dota.
It's like zoomed in and shit.
It's spazzing out, and there's a second cursor following my main cursor.
That's awesome. Meanwhile,
It's awful.
I'm going to introduce the heroes. So we have Exodus playing the Doom, getting that ward down over on the Lycan. Our notorious Lycan spammer, Chase Rivers. Over on the Storm
30
Spirit, we have
seconds to
a
battle.
Snowman, who I believe is filling in for Dom this game. On the Night Stalker, we have Aku, and finally, for Sun, we have a dinosaur. On Rubik.
I'm back in.
Welcome back. On the
Yeah.
Tinker, we have Aurora. And on Chalma, playing the Winter Wyvern. Vanomancer being played by Chockmint once again this game. Over on the Bloodseeker, we have Wykel Stranger. And finally, on that
The
+4
battle
Earthshaker,
begins.
we have Maps.
Stupendous.
He's got them Gone Spores on the Venom. I love fissure blocking as an Earthshaker. It's so good.
It's satisfying, isn't it?
Oh, it's just beautiful.
See,
I
you know
do
how
that
you
as a-
counter that when you're expecting a fissure block? Just don't block.
Mhm.
You don't block. You just let it go under the tower.
Ah.
Force
Yep.
Earthshaker to like fissure block at level 1. It's rough.
Yep, I get you.
Oh, lift back. Getting things started off here with the static remnant. 3 heroes mid. They get the courier as well. Aurora trying to make a
it's gonna be
beeline.
up in like 1 second. He needs to be careful.
There's the void. Couple of right clicks.
Oh,
Does
and
get
Storm
the
gets it too.
Accept
laser.
this honor on behalf of storms everywhere.
long range fissure
Oh,
catches
he's
the
got him.
Rubik. Come on, 1 right click. Oh, the slow with the void gets it done.
Okay, they've actually centered up the Doom's big camp here. He's already pinged it out. That is so good. Storm actually got the last hit there, so he'll be getting a bottle in soon.
He could have it coming now if you wanted to. This is
And-
rough. So they got the Tinker kill, and they got his ward.
It's a whole
So his
wave to his tower.
not his ward, his south. It's in the south.
Oh dear. This is like as
Or-
disastrous
or
as it can be.
Exodus. They can set. Oh, they are. They're going in with the Arctic Burn. We'll see if they're able to get the stun off. They do connect the stun and the block as well. Exodus trying to eat his way through the trees. Forced to turn around. Doesn't have a pointed Scourged
okay.
Earth yet. Where's your Bloodseeker?
Nah, I think they're just like, okay, we're going to zone him out. I think a lot of elements in the offlane it's really psychological. Like if you convince them that they can never come back to lane, regardless of whether they can or not, that's a win. So what they're doing there is just like, don't come back to lane. We will harass you this entire time.
I feel like if he had Blood Rage on him, he probably dies there. Like an
Maybe.
extra 25% damage. He was below 25% HP.
Should help.
I think at this point, actually leaving him low. Okay,
You're
he's
right.
gotten lucky.
That's true.
He's gotten lucky and gotten the Sadia Tormentor, the aura.
Chocolate
But
could be in
leaving him
trouble
low,
here.
I think, is a good decision.
Got the Void up on cooldown now, or off cooldown,
He's got boots though.
and used. Yeah,
got
she's
boots.
catching him. Yeah, she's getting away.
He's out.
It was close. If Rubik was there, it might have been a bit different.
Yeah. This Storm, 16 to 4 to 10 and 1. Ooh.
Maps just
He's got an
being
arcane rune too.
a prick here. Oh, but in comes the Rubik. TP in from behind. Gets the lift. Not going back onto the low ground. They do just move him back a little bit. Hadouken goes out, and then Rubik catches that one.
Next.
You know what bothers me about Fade Bolt? They call it bolt, but it doesn't look like a bolt. It's more like a line.
Yeah, I agree.
Has that bothered you, or is it something you never thought about before?
It bothers me. I don't think it should be called Fade Bolt at all.
It
but
doesn't
you know
even
what?
fade.
I mean, it fades in damage.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, it's not.
It's not a bolt.
accurate. Yeah.
You see, now we have Wykel on level 4 and Exodus on level 2. Nearly 3. 3 now.
This Storm Spirit keeping fairly high on the HP as well as the other heroes, so they're going to feel pretty good about this. Lycan
Oh,
naturally...
pressuring Snowman now. He does have the laser and the stun, so they should be able to get the kill. In comes Void. One more right click. 2 more right clicks. Oh, so close. Bottle gets it done. Maps, though, gonna pay for that backup with her life. Aku. And Rubik getting it
not
done.
going for that rune. Okay, they thought about it for a second. Okay, he's gonna get that bottle refilled. That should allow him to... Oh, wait. Can you still refill the bottle? I don't think
Yes,
you can.
you can.
You can?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I did it the other day.
I was like, what's going on?
I think you just have to do the walk of shame here, right?
Yeah, and this is huge because this is a big wave actually. Earthshaker's
that's
going to
2
be
range
here.
creeps worth of EXP.
Mine.
Yeah, Earthshaker's going to get it, at least. And Earthshaker does a lot with that XP. And actually, Dive went to Wyvern top.
Oh, they are
nice
looking for
GG
Night
branch.
Stalker.
That was a good GG branch.
Not quite low enough to give the Thirst HP, but he's stuck in the trees. What are you doing, Michael? You know he can't get out. He's got no TP. Oh, found him.
He tried to get out. What is he? Okay, he's definitely dead.
Yeah.
They are doing one thing
damage.
really well, is it? Okay, I was about to say that, but they're keeping really high HP, I say as I look bottom and they're both on half. Yeah, this Doom might get run down.
He is being run down actively.
He's got level 3 Thirst right now. Like... 450 move speed? Okay, they're healing up bot now.
And see, and this is how I thought this lane would go.
Yeah, I think Bloodseeker just can really... I don't know why I was hesitant before. I just thought maybe he would have support or something, but they're happy to leave this Doom alone. And I think the Bloodseeker is a good pick.
That's so good. Oh, zip in on mid, looking for the Tinker. Maybe able to get the return here. Unfortunately not. The stun does connect.
However,
with Storm Spirit.
572 move speed on the Bloodseeker?
That's fun.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fresh.
And, you know, 150 damage at level 6.
Yep.
So yeah, it's at 6 minutes in.
Yep.
If Michael was level 6, that was a dead Doom for sure.
Yeah, I think so. He still can tend to be a little bit... Oh, is he going to do it now? He's not as... He hasn't got as much health. The Lycan leveling up that Feral Impulse, really good for keeping him topped up. The Rubik, however, is sitting in this lane on 1/3 health.
I think you even just pop your magic stick there so that your Doom doesn't get completely shat on. But they are looking for something here, maybe. They do have the Rupture available. Alright, and they throw it. Okay, here we go.
Oh my
Bloodseeker
goodness,
trading
that
with Doom. That is absolutely ridiculous, and it's only getting worse. In comes Mint as well.
I do not know why he stayed. I guess he knew that he was going to get run down, so may as well try, but...
Well, that's it, isn't it? Like,
maybe
if you stay, you die. So
Venom
if
was
you
just
run,
really
you
low.
die. If you stay, you at least have a chance, I guess?
Yeah. I think it's a tough decision to make.
Gold remains.
Meanwhile, the Storm Spirit pretty handily winning this mid lane.
Not
And
without
that's
help,
gotta be
though.
scary.
Not without help.
Well, I mean, that's the mid lane nowadays.
Is you don't see any more of those 1v1 matchups anymore. I actually miss those.
I think because there's more farm on the map than ever before, so there is more space for greedy cores. If you went back to say, Dota 1, camps were much harder to take. The overall power level of heroes was much lower, and gold was much less of a resource. So you for Protect 1 was way more reasonable.
Haste.
Whereas now there's so much gold on the map. There's 4 creeps in mid. There's just so much available, so you can really get greedy. And then
Versus Dota 1.
Ports. I'm saying now.
Like compared to when?
Like now compared to Dota 1, whereas like there's so much farm available now compared to Dota
I see. I
1.
never played Dota 1.
I played a fair amount. I would have been like 12 at the time though.
The old Warcraft 3 mod.
Oh!
Oh! He didn't even have the and now he's gonna get it altered as well. Oh, there's the backup. He is gonna be safe for a little bit.
Oh.
That reminds me of the old Eat Your Shame meme. You remember that one?
Yeah. That's heartbreaking, honestly. I hate misclicks. I just feel so bad for the player.
I did that like twice last night, 2 or 3 times. As this is gonna give Novalau flashbacks, and I think he's watching as well. I randomed OD and I decided to play it, much to the disgust of my team. Okay, hang on.
He just missed
Hang on.
rockets.
Exodus getting run down again, and that is a KS and a half by Aurora.
I think he needs it.
You're right.
I mean, he's doing okay. Okay. We're seeing
Bloodseeker
Venno
looking for a
move
Radiance
straight.
first.
Venno in the jungle doing that beautiful
Dire's bottom
dire
tower
jungling
is
Venno.
under attack.
It's so farm efficient.
We haven't even talked about the bot lane in this game.
Radiant's
I think
top
it's just
tower
been very
is under
stable.
attack.
Like, Lycan doesn't need help and neither does Venno, so they're just kind of duking it out.
Oh no! Exodus! He just cancelled his TP.
He's having a rough time.
That's just where you like, just, what is it, head desk, I think it is? Like head desk?
You know, you just like close your eyes, take 5 seconds.
Invisibility.
Well, he's got more than 5 seconds as he walks back to lane to think about things. But as I was saying, I was playing OD.
Yep.
I was playing against Morana, and I misclicked a couple of times. And well, I astraled myself once, and I astraled my teammate a couple of times as
Radiant
well.
are
Oh,
scanning.
maps! That dust. What was that dust?
Did they?
Oh, I think they scanned.
Either they scanned or they saw him in the sentry.
Yeah, they scanned for sure. Scanned.
And they got the.
There was no
the
sentry.
Venno too. Chance pops the ult and just runs him down.
So I think what happened is this Dire Observer caught Earthshaker, pick up the Invis rune, and then head top.
Makes sense.
And then they just use the scan to confirm,
Dire's bottom tower
and
is
then
under attack.
Cheeky Dust.
Denied.
Yep. This Storm Spirit is sitting pretty.
All right, looking for the Doom again.
Not a creep. Not a creep. Not a creep. Not a creep.
Just gotta remind yourself.
Oh. What?
They're gonna find her, but
Missed it.
no one in position to be able to do anything. Fisher on
Does,
cooldown.
if Fissure moves you, I wonder how much damage Fissure can do by moving you with Joe.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Like 10?
Radiant
5?
structures are fortified.
I don't know what's half the width of Fisher.
Who knows? We'll find it out. We'll calculate it. We'll get it back. That's quality.
Yeah, go on. I can't bring it up. I'm
Stupendous.
streaming. What's your excuse?
I'm not. I don't want to do it now.
Someone in
devote all
Twitch
my
do it for us.
attention.
We'll find out in 5 minutes.
I got to devote all my attention to missing kills.
I don't know. I don't have to focus to do that.
To lane against a Lycan with 10 HP regen.
Yeah, you just trade farm in this lane, I think.
You just can't harass him. I feel like anytime Shapeshifted up, he can just run down.
I was
the
just
Venom.
thinking that he's got the Medallion of Courage.
Like he could just do it now. Although Poison Over up in a second, he might choose
Radiant's
to ult
middle
here
tower
and then just
is
run
under
at him.
attack.
What's he thinking?
She's
Got
not
back.
she's
Got back
not
up now.
untanky. Like, look at the armor that she's got right
he's
now.
gonna-
7 and 5. 13.
Oh, they will. What's he doing?
They want to make it to kill.
Oh, could get stuck there. Ooh. Tinker's
Okay, in
tipping
comes
in.
the Tinker. So they're definitely looking for the Blood Rage here on the Lycan. Pops
gonna
it,
go for this?
running out. Do they know?
They
Do
can't.
they don't know that Wykel's there though. I don't think they've
Radiant's
seen her.
bottom tower is under attack.
They've got Bloodright, they've got Fissure, Echo,
And they're out of position right now on Sun.
Rubik?
Rubik. Dead.
Yeah.
Nearly held on.
That's a lot of resources devoted to not defending a tower and losing a stack right now.
And Lycan has got Shapeshift on cooldown for 90 seconds now. So this should just be tier 1, I think. They can't really defend that,
Radiant's
can they? I
bottom
mean, they've got
tower is
Doom
under
and the
attack.
Storm Spirit.
They
Maybe
use
that's
the lane,
enough.
they use 3 TPs, so they can't come back. That's actually a huge loss for them right
Radiant's bottom tower is
there.
under
The
attack.
Storm Spirit's still doing really well though, so they've got that. That's their ace in the hole right now, and he's closing in on that Bloodstone. I think he's about 500 gold away. Yeah, 500 gold.
What have we got on our Tinker? Boots of Travel, Soul Ring, pretty standard for
Radiant's
14
bottom
minutes.
tower is under attack.
So I haven't gone down.
Thinking about missing
Radiant's
kills.
bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, that was just
They
top.
didn't use Doom for it. and I guess they just ran it down. Yeah.
The Solar Crest just getting a lot of damage there.
Mm-hmm. And what build
this
did...
is really key for the Venno this time.
I didn't see what build Doom went this time. Did he go the Max Infernal Blade, or did he put points in Scorched?
Yeah, he got the Infernal Blade first. Venno's got that 30% XP gain much quicker than last game. I think this is going to be really important if they want to continue to pressure.
Going for the Ags first as well.
Dire's structures
That surprises me. I wouldn't want to double down on the magic damage considering
Dire's
they've got so much already.
Attack.
Plague Ward stolen, Venomancer zip in from the Storm Spirit, couple right clicks, gonna get this one done. Pops the Spite ult, we'll see if they're able to get anything. TP in from the Tinker, Bloodseeker as well, looking for the Rupture on anyone. Did lose vision,
Gonna get a lot of move speed from this, but... The good thing about Thirst is you can read it to know if people are going back or healing or anything.
That's true.
He's going to read it in a second that Storm's gone back to base.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, and there's the Bloodstone. Fairly quick timing.
Yeah, it's sub 16 minutes, is pretty good.
Yeah, he's on top of the net worth chart, so he'll be feeling pretty good.
Almost gets silenced up. They do have Rupture available here if they want to fight. Thank you. There's the Rupture. Oh my god. Who gives a crap when you Storm Spirit though? Doom up onto the Venomancer. Chase running in as well. Gonna run him down. Backup coming in from the Tinker.
Oh, nice deny.
It's pro.
That deny was really good. So Doom used.
Yeah.
Rupture used. But ends up being denied.
Over here now.
For the twins.
And Storm didn't even get the Bloodstone charge from it.
None for him.
You see, that wasn't even too bad of a Doom. Like, it kept Storm Spirit. Actually, what am I talking about? They're on different teams. Rupture I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They kept the Storm Spirit out of the fight. But
Yeah,
like,
I think that's fine. Storm Spirit is the real threat here. But yeah, Bloodseeker, really good against the Lycan.
You just
I'd
can't.
be pretty worried.
You just can't Rupture Storm Spirit though. Like, it doesn't take any damage.
No.
I would like to see that changed actually. Just when they calculate the ticks of the Rupture damage.
I don't know. I feel like it would make him far too good against Storm Spirit.
And Ember Spirit.
Yeah. That too.
And Clockwork.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Queued up
attack.
a Lotus Orb.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Do you know
Quite
you
like
can
it against
use
the blood, right?
Clockwork's,
Radiant's middle
hook
tower
shot
is under attack.
to dodge glimpse?
Radiant structures are fortified.
You can use Clock's hook shot to dodge glimpse.
Yep, ult zip in from the Storm Spirit Snowman, opening up on the Venomancer, silence up, stunned up, goes down, drops the ultimate onto the Wither Wyvern, onto the Storm Spirit, but there is no one in the area. Ruptured up as well, not going to do a whole lot as Storm Spirit zips in from downtown, looking for the Wither Wyvern. There's the Echo Slam on the Earthshaker, does manage to pick a kill up. Yeah, down. I'm actually surprised that Storm Spirit died there.
I think he cold
Dire's
embraced it.
bottom tower
Maybe
is
he
under
could have gotten the
attack.
ult off, maybe not.
Dire's structures
But the
are
cold
fortified.
embrace definitely.
Oh, the stolen Cold
Radiant's
Embrace.
top
Yeah,
tower
that's
is
rough.
under attack.
Stolen cold embrace. So
Someone
I
has
don't know if he
calculated
could've
it for
gone-
us. 7.2 damage
7.2 damage.
Radiant
Yes.
are
That's
scanning.
so much.
from the Fisher move.
Money.
But what level
so
is that
much.
at?
I don't know.
This
That's just beautiful, though. I love that.
Gold remains.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, well, next time.
I wonder what other like things that can work with.
Glimpse.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Glimpse is short enough, yeah. Depends.
You just Rupture and Glimpse them.
Because Rupture is still health removal, right?
Pure.
Yeah, but like, don't they say that Heartstopper Aura is pure, but it's actually still health removal? I can't quite remember.
I thought they were supposed to have removed HP removal from the game. I
Yeah.
thought it was gone. Or it's supposed to be. Alright, so it's 7.2 on level 1 Rupture.
Alright.
So,
Benno just farming up a storm.
there's the smoke.
Loves the spot. Did they see that? Oh no, who was pinging that? I don't know.
Scouting with the wolves, so they're not going to know. Might get a false sense of security here. Wrapping around on mid.
They can see Rubik through that tree, right? Well, they definitely can now. Alright. Well, they're both dead.
Blink in from the Earthshaker. Blocks off the Night Stalker from going forward, I guess. Rubik, though, caught in the trees. Cold embraced up.
He actually embraces him. Yep. Deny.
Radiant's
blown up.
middle tower is under
See you later. In comes the Storm Spirit, though. Does manage to pick up a cheeky kill.
You blew it!
It really feels like Mint are getting an edge in these fights. They're getting proactive and making sure that they're using their cooldowns to effect.
More importantly, they've been wasting the ultimates of Sun.
Yeah. The Lycan isn't really having much of an impact. He's kind of TPing into these fights and then, like, not fighting.
Radiant's middle tower.
He's going in
is
for this
falling.
Lotus Orb, so he's not going to be a huge threat damage-wise, especially with Cold Embrace. You know, he can run in on somebody, but that's no guarantee that they're dead.
Who's getting the Lotus Orb?
Lycan.
That's right help.
Yep. Unless that plate mail is like an AC or something. But he's got Lotus Orb on his quick buy.
He does. I don't know how I feel about that.
I deserve this.
It dispels the silence from the blood, right? Reflects
will
Cold Embrace and Laser.
Reflects Rupture.
I mean, there's a lot of things that it can do, but
Don't mind if I do.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I know BKB it can be a little bit useless against things like Curse and Rupture. So I understand the reasoning there. But he kind of needs it for the Laser. They have Cold Embrace and Laser to deal with this Lycan's autos.
I almost feel like you let your Doom get it.
You could.
Like you don't waste a
building
slot on
towards that
Lycan
Shadow Blade again.
and you let Doom get the Lotus.
Doom has Midas this time. I think that's actually pretty scary. They're 3k ahead. Even though it doesn't feel like it, it feels like Mint are pretty in control of this game.
This is my Doom pub build. The 80 bonus gold on Devour and Midas.
Well, the 80 bonus gold is just too good to pass up.
It's so good, yeah.
But
You know,
the
I was
Midas-
talking with Explosive Fury and he reckons it's awful.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, I disagree. It's basically like, it's more than 80 GPM,
Yep.
which is just so much.
It's 100. It's 100 GPM, I think. Oh, but in comes Storm Spirit.
Oh, that's a
Venomancer
big
does
fight.
manage to get the ult off before the Storm. They do have Doom used. Onto the Earthshaker, who gets run down by the Lycan. Chockman trying to get out as well, and the Storm Spirit just replenishing these Bloodstone charges.
Wait, DD's up for like half its duration. They could. Okay, he's just gonna go straight mid. I was thinking they could try and
Dire's
rush,
middle
but
tower
I
They
guess
is under
definitely
attack.
could have rushed.
Alright, that's huge.
Dire's
I
middle
think that
tower
firmly
has
puts
fallen.
Stun in the lead. They had the net worth lead before, but I think now that the Lycan's going to be closing in on that Lotus Orb, Storm Spirit, he's getting towards that Orchid. And the thing about Storm Spirit is every one of his items allows him to farm faster. Bloodstone allows you to farm. Orchid gives you extra mana regen, and you can really go nuts on every single camp. And as you farm faster, you're also rotating around the map. You apply more pressure. You can gank more. It does so much for a hero like Storm.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Oh.
under attack.
Is Wyckoff going to get caught out here? Rest of the Sun team are backing up. In comes the Storm Spirit.
Dire's middle tower is
Oh,
under attack.
oh, he's back
Radiant's
up. He's
mischance.
trading.
What
Is under attack.
Oh, RNG was on Rykel's side.
That was like 4 misses. 17%.
7. Osfrog. Oh, I also found out where that started. There's a Twitch emote called Osfrog, and it was a frog.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where they first started spamming it. OS Frog, sucky sucky from the DP. That's where people started spamming the emote.
All
Doom
right.
might get caught out
Oh,
here.
yeah. He's gonna have. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
they're
So
getting-
they're committing heavy in for this. He's gonna have the Scorched Earth up, but yeah, it does go down.
That was, I don't know if Echo was necessary then because Veno's got level 4 in both the Gale and the Poison Sting, but fair
I
enough.
think they were worried about him getting the Scorched Earth off. He's got max levels in that.
Arcanery.
Yep.
if you get Scorched Earth, potentially he just walks out of it.
Yeah, he can just walk away.
Or the rest of the team come to back him up. Suddenly Lycan runs in out of nowhere. I mean, I think that's worth it.
I mean, if I was Sun, I'd just be saying Echo used, go Roche right now. They still have pretty good Roche control though. Like, that's a nasty Roche team.
Stupendous.
Every single one of them is good around the
Smart
pit.
money.
Everyone.
Hey, how do you feel about this Echo Saber on Night Stalker?
I mean, I haven't seen it before.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think
Radiant structures are fortified.
he doesn't need Urn because they're not ganking that much. Lycan's already picked up the Solar Crest, which is a really common pickup.
Like, that could be a Midas.
Yeah, it could be a Midas. It could be, getting close to that egg.
Oh, Night Stalker might have bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. In comes the rest of the Sun team as backup.
Oh.
Winter Wyvern getting chunked. No opportunity to get the Winter's Curse off. Doom committed on the Venomancer. This is looking like a very bad fight for them. They still do have the Echo Slam off cooldown. Wykel running around trying to get some hits onto this Storm Spirit, but getting absolutely juked out here.
Bloodseeker will run him down. Okay.
Ruptured off cooldown now for Snowman.
Zip zap.
Zip onto the high ground.
Oh, no!
Maps just escaping, going for the TP. Maybe a little bit too early there though.
That's another fight that's just gone disastrously.
Yep.
Rubik's got the enchant totem. Whack. Whack.
Is that working from range?
He ruptured the Storm Spirit again, but it just...
Yeah, I was just about to say, this is the third time they've ruptured Storm Spirit.
Here I am.
Oh,
no.
Bloodseeker. They don't have enough mana. Getting the
Oh,
lift
here we
though,
go.
there's the Hadouken.
They know
Kill
Curse is
secure
up.
by Exodius. Oh, there's the curse. See you later, Doom.
617 gold for that. Storm's out.
They do
Dire's
have the
bottom
blink on the
tower
Tinker,
is
but I
under
don't think they
attack.
can keep up with the Rubik.
Nope. He's gonna make it out. Looking pretty grim for Mint here. I think they had the right idea, but these last two fights have just gone very poorly. They haven't really gotten the jump with a Curse or an Echo or a Poison Nova.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
it's hard to position yourself
Dire's
as a Winter
middle
Wyvern
tower
in this
is
game
under
when they have a
attack.
Lycan and a Storm Spirit. Two heroes that can just
Yeah.
go on you. Like, that's your secret to winning this fight, isn't it? Like a good curse.
Yep, a good Curse or a Cold Embrace on Lycan's target, but the thing is, Lycan and Night Stalker and Storm Spirit are so mobile that one person gets Cold Embraced and then, well, they just move on to the next person. They don't really care.
Yeah, they really need like a glimmer on Winter Wyvern.
Regeneration.
I don't think that's coming anytime soon.
Doesn't even have the
He's queued up
arcanes
into
yet.
the Full Staff right now.
Force Staff doesn't save you this game.
I think few things do currently. And the problem is this Doom with his Midas, he's just going to farm so quickly. And
Yeah,
he's going to
actually,
like...
what am I doing
Radiant's
with
top
last
tower
hits up
is under
at
attack.
27 minutes? Here's the net worth chart. Sorry, guys.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I mean, you can see like Doom is 6th on last hits, but he's like 5th on net worth, and his net worth is very close to being 2nd to that Tinker. So he's just going to accelerate out of control, and there is a very real chance of him just being unkillable. Like if he ever reaches level 25, that 40 health regen is absolutely brutal.
Midas helps you get there a lot faster too. Nearly level 18, so he's gonna have that
Might
level
catch the
3
Night
Doom.
Stalker.
Oh, they do from downtown.
Spirit.
In comes the Storm Spirit, getting out as soon as he came in.
He knows Echo is up, so he just doesn't want to risk it. Storm Spirit has his Lincolns now. He switched it earlier. He's probably building into the Orchid now, so I don't know. You could consider something like a BKB, so then you can jump in with impunity. The silence feels like it has a little bit more.
Don't mind if I do.
And Lycan's gone for that BKB now too as well. Those BKBs, like once they get them, I feel like it's going to be very difficult to take any sort of fight. Again, you still have great high ground defense in Veno and Tinker, but fighting outside of the base is going to prove to be extremely difficult.
I mean, they still have Rupture to control the Lycan in 5. They just actually have to Rupture him. They've been using it on Snowman the whole time.
Yeah, and I think he has Lincolns now, so it's going to be even harder to do that. And Storm Spirit is kind of the one you want to curse because he's going to be probably more squishy than the Lycan or Doom. But he's going to have the Lincolns, so it's going to be real hard to get him under control with that Lincolns.
Oh!
Storm Spirit getting out of there.
Away.
I don't know. He probably could have just killed the Winter Wyvern and gotten out.
He could.
It's hard to know, you know, what's there though. But
Yeah,
I mean, what catch do they really have for Storm Spirit this game?
Radiant's bottom tower
Like this is a
under
really
attack.
nice Storm Spirit game.
Radiant structures
I mean, yeah,
are
we
fortified.
knew that from the start. I mean, the catch really is all on the Earthshaker.
Okay, Bloodseeker in a lot of trouble here. In comes Storm Spirit going straight onto the Winter Wyvern, trying to get a kill before there's any chance. Does drop the Winter's Curse nice and early, but unfortunately doesn't allow them to get any kills. There's the Doom on the Bloodseeker as well. And yeah, Tinker is out of there.
Veno just, he's deep pushing top, you know. He's just cruising around, he's sliding on his banana body.
I think, do they just have to, okay, so Winter Wyvern, does she just have to be off the map? Like you can't show in lane until...
Smoke and Echo. Or like Smoke and Curse, because they can't afford to take these really open fights.
Under attack.
And if they do, they need really comprehensive vision. And that's super hard to do against the Night Stalker, because he's probably going to have darkness up, which means your vision is going to be reduced.
I'm getting a second week.
And that just makes it so much harder to play around these fights.
Where are the items on this Night Stalker? I feel like he had Echo Saber like 10 minutes ago.
He hasn't accelerated fast enough. I think he's 259. I don't know how many wards he's actually fought. But Rubik is comparatively pretty well off compared to last game. Even though they won last game, he didn't have as much fun at this point in the game. And he's probably saving up for that blink now.
Oh, they're looking to set things up on Chocman. Here's the ultimate coming in from Chase. Has the Lotus Orb and the Blade Mail.
Monster kill.
Oh, Winter Wyvern. What
Yeah,
is Winter Wyvern doing in the trees?
Again, it feels like maybe if they'd smoked and been a little bit more, I don't know, sneaky about it, they could have approached that much more differently, gotten an Echo off the bat, and then, you know, done more with it. But they kind of sloppily waltz into the fight and get dismantled, especially by this Tinker ward. Brought the Winter Wyvern out, and then he just died. And with the Winter Wyvern dead and wards like everywhere, I don't know if he stole wards.
Here I am.
Yeah, he did. He had wards.
So he stole them, and then wards everywhere. It's really hard to get a good blink off his Earthshaker. Just getting disabled all the time.
Whoa, what'd I miss? Looking for me?
Got the point booster.
Stupendous.
I don't know. What do they do about this? What do they do about Snowman? How do you stop this Storm Spirit? Like every fight, his first job is kill Winter Wyvern.
Yeah, it's I mean, Echo is the key here. They need a good Echo. But even then, I don't know. Is the stun lock enough? If everybody's there and they can chain up really well into a Blood Rite. So if he doesn't get BKB and they chain an Echo into a Blood Rite, Storm's probably dead. But we haven't seen that level of coordination from Mint.
It's so hard to execute.
Not yet. It is hard to execute, especially when there's heroes like Doom and Rubik and Night Stalker protecting this Storm before he jumps in, giving him the opportunities. And then, you know, you don't even really want to expend all that stuff on the Storm, because then Doom is just going to Doom one of them.
Oh, long range zip in from Snowman, looking to take off the Earthshaker right at the start of the fight. Winter Wyvern cannot get the ult off. Does keep Earthshaker alive for the moment. I think you just have to pop that Winter's Curse. There it is! Night Stalker getting ripped to pieces. Almost finding enough time for the Venomancer to come out. Winter Wyvern getting run down now. Where is the Tinker? The last sole survivor for Mint. The last sole survivor. What am I doing?
He silenced the Veno instead of the Winter Wyvern and ultimately ends up killing him. I think he's getting spammed for taking that bounty run.
It's getting out of hand. This is getting real bad now for Mint.
It's just a real struggle. The high mobility of Sun's lineup is running rings around them in fights. And it's only going to get worse because Night Stalker they have this huge vision advantage and they can't play around it. There's no counterplay for them right now. I don't think there's counterplay at all, which is why Night Stalker is just a good hero.
Yeah, you really can't play around, I mean, it's hard to, you can sort of play around with Hunter in the night a little bit, but once you get set Ags, you can't work around that.
Yeah. Well, it's just like darkness as well, reducing their base vision by so much really prevents them from seeing the storm zip in, or seeing the Doom use a Shadow Blade, or anything like that. And they're going to pick up.
You know what? I think Winter Wyvern needs a Shadow Amulet.
Roshan has fallen
Not even a Glimmer. Shadow Amulet.
Yep. And just like sit where she thinks a fight is going to be.
Yeah, like if you're like pushing it, like if you're like pushing like this bot tower, you just like sit back here with
like
Shadow Amulet on.
Sit there for like 6 minutes.
Oh, no, only if you're pushing the tower.
Coming.
Only when your team's pushing the tower.
Looking for me?
Oh, no, Bloodseeker getting gone on by a Snowman. Very low on mana though. Does get the silence off onto the Earthshake. You're going to stop any more further aggression from him. Doom ruptured up though.
Piped up. Guys, I use my pipe.
He's just standing there coughing it. The Glimmer Active's going to stop him, but in comes the Earthshaker. Does manage to get the kill. Going to pay for it with her life. In comes the Venomancer. Looking to take the Rubik out next. In comes Chase. Doing his namesake. Chasing people down. Looking for Venomancer next. 588, 597, 582. That was 3 crits in a row. That is rough. That is rough.
Wait for that
Dire's
recap. Give me that recap. Gonna pop up soon. I just know it. That's and a tower as well.
Dire's
They're probably
top
gonna look to
tower
take a
has
Rax off this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you
Tinker
go high
have
ground.
buyback. Buy something?
Oh, he doesn't have buyback now.
I thought he had.
There's the recap. Holy crap. That took forever. 2 gold swing.
2k for that. And then there's going to be a Rax as well. This is pretty dominant performance. I think
this is terminal. This is an outdraft.
Flat
Dire's top tower has
This feels like an outdraft. They just, like, they had the answers for Lycan, but they just didn't have anything in the toolkit available for Snowman.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a real struggle to get that Storm Spirit under control. And I think this is what happens when, like, you're focusing so much on, like, you pick a Tinker and it's not last pick, and you focus so much on, I mean, it was last pick, but it's not the last pick, I don't think. And it's just a real struggle to get him anywhere when that other last pick is going to be, A, the hero that's going to go up against him in lane, and B, most likely a hero that just
Dire's
directly
top
counters him.
shrine is under attack.
Alright, I like the Dagon pickup on Tinker. This is the problem. Like, the hero does a lot of damage with that Aghanim's, but they just can't remove any of them from the game. Like, they don't have enough output to actually kill someone.
Yep.
Like, the harass is nice, but the fight's over.
Does he see that Radiance?
He does!
Oh, he sees it now. Actually, I don't think he did.
Holding back.
Oh, he'll see it.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
He's waiting for it. He wants to pull someone into those remnants.
It might be Chockman.
Oh, you can see it. He wants to
There he goes! There's the Doom as well, with the backup. Venomancer getting absolutely annihilated. No chance to get the ultimate off. Looking for Xiaoma next. Gets it. Chasing down now. Looking for the Earthshaker. Going up onto the tier 3s. There's the mischance. Super low HP on the Storm. We'll see if they're able to get a kill here. Will respawn instantly thanks to that Aegis though.
It just feels like Mint haven't taken any proactive solutions to winning this game, like smokes or...
Yeah, I feel
a
like they've been
blink
passengers in this series.
Exactly.
And it's been Sun, like, dictating the pace. Like,
Yep.
they're fighting on Sun's terms.
Besides those first few fights that they took where they got aggressive and were successful, and then there was that one bad fight by the Radiant top shrine, and it really all turned around there.
Here I am.
We're about to see another fight break out here. They do have... Earthshaker does have
was planning
the...
to blink.
Yeah, he was looking for the opening.
He got hit by the shockwave.
The
He just
shockwave.
wants it so bad. He just wants it good.
Where did that blink go? Oh, the Agonips! That's ravage! Oh my god! This is a disaster! Betterments are down as well. Chase Rivers going up onto the high ground.
I heard a zip, and I saw a death message. I'm like, did Storm die? What the? And then it just turns out it was
Dire's
just an
middle
Ice
tower
Stalker.
is under attack.
It was setting up for a Ravage.
Radiant's top tower is
I
under
saw
attack.
someone blink and I didn't see who it was.
I don't know what happened to that.
Over here now.
Lycan got that Lotus Orb, just purging off the missed chance has been really good so far. It's got the BKB as well. Storm, what are the end of the year?
Oh, zipping straight in onto the Earthshaker, up on the high ground.
Oh,
No fear at all.
Optimistic. Oh, he might be dead. Okay,
No.
Lotus Orb.
You're gonna be fine. He's got 33 Bloodstone charges.
Oh, my
We only
Let's
had 2
check
deaths
this.
in this game.
Still has Echo.
Flesh sustains.
Lycan hasn't died at all.
Remains.
That's rough. Get it?
He's closing in on level 24. Storm is level 25
Smart
with
money.
Ags. Yep.
He snags himself a haste. Nope. You definitely go the shapeshift duration in this game, don't you?
I think you go the shapeshift. I honestly think the shapeshift duration is way better. But I think especially this game,
Cool.
just like, well, actually I don't know. I mean, you can heavily split push with an extra wall too, but the problem is Veno, and you just want to have max move speed whenever you're around a Veno and flows like the Wyvern.
So Night Stalker,
Double
Aku
Finish the deck.
has. He most definitely has.
Beautiful.
I'm still just not sold on this Echo Saber.
I don't know, man. I feel like he might be memeing a little bit. I mean, the mana regen is kind of good, but then, I mean, I don't think it's that bad to get a second Solar Crest. But you can also you could get like a Halberd, you could get another 4-star, you could try for Midas. I think there are a lot of items that are better.
I think you just go Midas. Like if you're after farming, Midas is a much better farming item.
Yeah.
Gold
Yeah,
for
definitely.
me.
I mean, and it wouldn't have been bad this game. Like there's
gold for me.
on
As
a
soon as
roaming
the game-
hero, Midas is really nice because you don't always get the opportunity to hit many creeps.
Yeah, I think the game turned around about 18 minutes, and that's probably when he was saving up, and that would have been a good time to think of Midas. Before that, maybe you're like, okay, we need some more guts for this early game. But then after that, you're like, okay, we can afford a Midas.
Yeah, you have to go the 50 attack damage, right? If you've got the Echo Saber, gotta get your value out of it.
Dire's bottom shrine is
Yep,
under attack.
probably.
I really like the
The
move
move
speed most of
speed.
the time.
You pick the move speed most of the time.
Yeah, it depends on what I am needing to do in that game.
I think one thing that I always underestimate is that don't always think of damage as a way to deal
Dire's
damage to
bottom
heroes.
shrine
That
is
is
under
farming,
attack.
right?
It's your farming speed, and I think most importantly on a lot of heroes, it's your pushing speed. Not that they need it this game with a Lycan, but it's always good to think about, well, what does damage offer me? People can sometimes think, oh, damage, I can kill a hero
Dire's
faster, but
bottom
it's farming,
shrine
and it's
has
pushing, and
fallen.
it's Roche, and it's all these different things combined into
Not
one.
so fast.
Which is why I usually go for the damage. But I used to play Night Stalker in an offlane role, so it was more a core, and I was getting a little bit more farm, and I was getting like a BKB, so I was doing a little bit more. Whereas I think if you're doing a 4, I think the move speed probably a little bit better.
Is it night time? You know what's
We look
annoying
at
playing
levels,
Night Stalker?
yeah.
When the day-night, because the daytime nighttime thing is actually out of sync at the moment.
It gets more out of sync the longer the game goes on.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. That's caught me out a
It
couple
is.
times.
I don't know if I wonder if that's just like a holdover from Dota 1. I kind of like it. I consider it like one of those charming little inconsistencies in Dota. I love that Dota has like little rules that are just holdovers.
Source 2 will fix it.
Yeah, hopefully. You know, whenever it comes. So Lycan's almost hit 25. Doom and Storm Spirit are also 25. That is just That's so scary because Doom currently has 65 health regen and 3,200 health.
You don't kill, unless you catch him on his own, you don't kill Doom.
I don't...
He's
yeah,
also going
exactly.
Octarine.
Yeah, it just...
He's got
it feels
Octarine
like
and
that's-
Ags. So he's going
that's
to
an
heal off his...
insurmountable- That's just an insurmountable amount of damage that you need to do. I don't know, I've said that before though, and like, people just die really quickly, so who knows.
So he's doing 95 damage per second, and so he's essentially getting like 25 HP a second from the Doom on someone. Oh, and he gets the long range Doom onto the Venomancer, who's going to go down right at the beginning of the fight. No buyback available for him. Looking for the Woodwyvern next up on the high ground. Wykel Stranger getting chunked down. Rest of the team backing him up as well. Matt still holding onto that fish. Oh, she goes down as well. And Tinker. It's again the only one left. Buyback from Maps.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
For the amount of damage
They need a
this game
huge
should've taken,
Echo Slam to stay in this.
You know what's even better than that? The
Dire's
Underlord
middle barracks
50
are under attack.
HP regen tower. Oh! Because Underlord comes with
Dire's
damage
middle
reduction,
barracks has
so...
fallen.
Look, Tinker has run out of mana before killing a hero.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top
Tinker,
barracks has fallen.
I don't know, he's kind of a good hero, but a lot of times he just seems to fall flat. And I think it comes down to, he's decent in lane, but not
Dire's
as
bottom
strong as other
tower
people.
is under attack.
But most importantly, he takes a lot of effort to be good. A lot of space. By the time that you have all that space, your opponent likely has more.
Which hero? Tinker?
Tinker.
Yeah.
The particle effects on Rubik's staff are awesome. See when he does like an auto attack?
Double
Does he know I'm watching him? Because I just went into cinematic mode and then he pops the taunt.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I didn't.
It's like the particles leave the staff, right? And then they
Yeah,
reform
like
before he gets
I think
another
it's like
attack.
a pipe or something.
He's putting on a show for us.
In he goes.
Chase going up on higher ground. Blade Mail popped as well as the Lotus Orb, reflecting a lot of damage. In goes Venomancer. Yeah, oh, okay, that's a fairly good way to start off the fight, but Chase doesn't care. He's got the BKB popped. Not able to get a kill with that. Venomancer getting low on HP. In comes Stormwood with Zip. Managed to pick up the kill there.
Doom got hit with
Dire's
everything.
bottom barracks are under Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
Yep, he's fine. Looking for Tinker as well. Double damage on the Storm Spirit.
I'm doubting if they could kill Doom, even if it was 1v5.
I don't know. Surely eventually they kill him.
Well, I mean, 1v5, he
Dire's
Dooms one,
middle
they're
tower
basically
is
out of the
under
fight.
attack.
Otherwise, they'll heal him. Cursed, Scorched Earth and Infernal Blade. I don't know, man.
You're right. He's gonna heal for how much per second from the Octarine core, and that's the GG
dude.
core.
That's the GG.
He's just gonna walk in and show us how tanky he is.
Very dominant showing from Sun.
And Sun looked really dominant this series.
Yep, definitely.
I would honestly put both of these games down to draft.
I think yes, and small strategic decisions. I don't think the mechanical play was too bad, but I think Mint could have gotten a little bit more proactive on the map, tried to smoke a little bit more, taken more risks, because I feel like this game was lost a long time ago, and they were just kind of holding on, hoping that the Tinker and Veno high ground defense was going to pull them through, and it didn't quite get there.
Yeah, you're definitely right, and they had the answers. They had the answer for the Tinker with the Storm Spirit. I wonder if they were maybe thinking about that. You know, we'll let them have Tinker, and if it becomes a problem, we'll just pick Storm Spirit. And I think part of the problem there was Wykel got like 3 ruptures onto Snowman, but it doesn't do anything to Storm Spirit.
It doesn't, and I think the problem with picking Tinker, unless it's literally the last pick, is that there are a lot of heroes that are actually meta that really can control him. You have heroes like Night Stalker, which have amazing vision.
Yeah, they picked it into the Night Stalker too.
Yeah, you got Rubik, who has great magic defense. You've got Prophet, who can TP onto him. Zeus, Ancient
Nyx is
Apparition.
meta as well.
There are Spirit Breaker. There
Clockwork
are so many
is
different
not
heroes.
totally out of the meta.
Yeah, there are so many different heroes that can really get on top of the Tinker. So unless you're really confident in your Tinker, or the draft is so favorable to him that even one of those picks isn't going to stop it, it feels like it's a really difficult pick to have. The hero itself, decent. The meta surrounding Dota at the moment, I think, is very prohibitive to his style of play.
Yeah, not a great environment. So, sweet original name, or Sun. Take the series 2-0 over Mum I Need Tangos, otherwise known as Mint. I am Son of Evil. This is Tatman Tap and Tatman Tat. And this has been AEF Division 2 Season 3. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. We will be back with more streams in the future, so sit tight, watch the Twitch, or just watch the channel.
Yep.
Thanks very much.
We'll see you soon.